Hey guys! So in this video I'm going to be sharing with you some really fun gift wrapping ideas that you can use all year round. So let's get right into it. So the first thing that I'm really excited to share with you guys is that I made some gift tags for you. So these will be a free download on my blog and the link will be in the video description below. And yeah, they're just really simple to use. You just cut them out and then hole punch them like I'm doing here. And I think they'll be really fun for this holiday season. They'll match a lot of different things and I hope you guys enjoy them. The next thing that I want to share with you guys is this watercolor wrapping paper. So this is great because you can really use it all year round, not just during the holiday season, and it's really easy to make. You just need a few simple supplies. Some of the things that you'll need are some paper, and this is a recycled calendar, some watercolors, a little plate, and a water cup with some paintbrushes. So what I'm doing here first is I'm measuring my paper. So it's really important that you score your paper ahead of time and that you kind of cut it to the size that you're going to use for your box. This is going to make the painting process a ton easier. So as you can see, I'm using the pencil and I'm marking the edges so that I know how wide my box is and how tall my box is, because that's going to determine how wide and tall my stripes are going to be. So in this little tray, I'm just mixing some black and white paint. I wanted kind of a charcoal gray and I didn't have it, so mixing those two colors will do that for me. And I'm adding a little bit of water as well since it is watercolor. And then as you can see, I'm just going to be painting really long stripes from one tick mark that I made to the other. And so this is going to become the top of my box. So I'm going kind of every other with a thicker stripe, so using more paint, and then on the stripe after using a little bit more water to kind of change up the style a little bit. And this process was really surprisingly therapeutic and calming for me. I don't know what it was, but I really enjoyed it, and I think you guys will too. It's super easy, and the lines don't have to be perfect or straight. I think it even looks better when the paint texture, and thickness is a little bit different. So as you can see, I just flip my paper around and now I'm doing lines in the opposite direction, which is going to make my gift look really cool once it's wrapped. So now I'm just going to take that away and wait for it to dry. And now that it's all dry, I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to wrap my present. So as you can see, this was an old calendar that I used in my office. So this process is really easy since it's already scored. Remember, since we scored the paper ahead of time. And here's a little trick for you that I learned when I worked at Paper Source, is that if you have a jagged edge, you can fold it over and then it makes your wrapping job look just really neat. Even if it's not, it just kind of, gives it a nice edge. And then from there, I'm just folding down the edges of the box and creating these little points, and then folding the paper so that it's nice and clean on the sides. And I love how the stripes look on the sides with the paper and the stripes going the different ways. I think it looks so fun. And I'm just finishing that off with one little piece of tape. And that's the finished product for the wrapping paper at least. And now I'm gonna make it a little bit more fancy with this decorative paper, again from Paper Source. So this paper is great. It's a really fun touch, but it is kind of expensive. It's like $5 or $6 per sheet. But if you just use it as an accent, your money will really go farther and the paper will go farther too. So I'm just again folding down the rough edges and I'm going to use this as a little accent. But as you can see, when I flip it over, I didn't cut it large enough. But this is just a Christmas present for my sister, so I'm just gonna go with it. It's not like you're gonna be looking at the back side of it anyway, but if you are giving a gift to someone you're really trying to impress, I recommend measuring your paper before you cut it. So I'm just gonna finish this gift off with some coordinating red ribbon. I love how thin it is, and I just love how red and gray look together. Oh, and that's Nick. He just walked by at the perfect time to hold my ribbon for me so I could tie it in a bow. And then this is one of my little gift tags that I made that you guys can download from my website. I printed it on a craft paper, and I like how it kind of toned down the turquoise color since it is a brown paper instead of white. But I just hole punch that, and then I'm going to tie it onto the ribbon and tie the ribbon into a little bow. I think this is my favorite present that I ended up wrapping for this video and just for the holidays in general. I love the combination of the stripes and the little horses and the little gift tag. I think it's just such a fun and festive idea and, you know, color scheme. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. And here's an example of another present that I wrapped using the watercolor technique as well. The next thing I'm going to share with you guys is this really cute stamped polka dot pattern. So this is super simple, and all you're going to need for this is some craft paper, a stamp pad, and a pencil with an eraser on it. And this is really easy. All you're going to do is use the eraser as a stamp, basically. So you're just going to kind of stamp it in a random pattern, and it really doesn't take too long. I'm just using this as a sash for my present, so I didn't, you know, have to stamp very much, and it dries really quickly too. So here's the present that I'm decorating with the sash. I really love mixing prints and mixing colors, and I think this present is a great example of that. And before I add my gift tag, I'm just going to add a little bit of greenery to kind of liven the present up a little bit. This is boxwood, and it's great because when it dries, it's gonna really hold its color, and it's pretty hardy, so it won't wilt or anything like that. So again, I just hole punched my little gift tag and am tying it onto the present. And it's as easy as that. So overall, I'd say I had a pretty productive day. I wrapped all my Christmas presents and made a YouTube video in the process. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that it gave you some fun ideas for the holiday season. Please follow the link below to download the free printable gift tags, and please send me a picture on Twitter or Instagram if you end up using them, because I would love to see them in action. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video if you liked it, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!